In this video, I'll show you how to use the InDesign script PDF export single pages. As the name implies, the script exports single-page PDFs from InDesign. I'll demonstrate a few examples and explain the options as we go. I already have the script installed in InDesign. For help adding scripts to InDesign, see the link in the description for another video that shows the steps. Let's get started. The first example is like most documents, a single section of pages starting at page 1. This example is 16 pages. To run the script, start by opening the Scripts panel. Go to the Window menu, Utilities, Scripts. In the list, select the script PDF Export Single Pages. Double-click to run it, which displays the interface. The interface has 4 sections: File Naming, Preview, Output, and Settings to save and reuse the options currently set. Base name defaults to the document name without file extension. Edit or change to any text legal in file names. The PDFs exported will share this name. Do not include the extension PDF. The script adds this as pages are exported. Page label at is whether to add the page number before or after the base name. In the preview section below, you can see the effect of this option. Separator is a character between the page label and base name. The default is an underscore. Numbering has 2 choices. Document labels pages by their sequence in the document. Sections labels pages by section and page number as it appears in the layout. I'll demonstrate the difference in the second example. Minimum digits is how much the section and page labels are padded with zeros. See the effect of this option in the preview. This ensures proper ordering of pages. Some programs still sort 10 before 2, even though 10 is greater. By padding with zeros, all programs sort pages correctly. The remaining options for sections I'll demonstrate in the second example. The preview section has no choices. It's just to show how exported files are named, based on the current settings. The Output folder defaults to the location of the InDesign document. The path appears next to the Folder button. Click the button, and you may select any other folder. Select the page or pages to export, and select the PDF preset. There is the option to replace existing output files. Enable this option, and output files are replaced without alert. Export in background is how InDesign normally exports PDFs. Disable the option, and you'll have to wait as pages are exported. In that case, a progress bar is displayed. For now, I'll use these default settings. Click OK, and exporting begins. In the Finder, you can see the result. 16 PDFs numbered 1 to 16, each a 1-page PDF of the corresponding page of the document. The next example demonstrates handling sections. In this case, there are 2 documents, each a section of an overall project. Document A is the first section, 16 pages that begin at page 1. Document B is another 16 pages that continue at page 17. The document page start has been set in numbering and section options. First, we'll export document A. I'll reduce the base name because for the final result, we want both documents to use the same name. Click OK to export the pages. In the Finder, we can see the first 16 pages. Now export document B. Leave the options the same and again reduce the base name. Click OK to export this second set of pages. The result is PDFs numbered 1 to 32. We could include a section label, but in this example, it's not necessary. But to show its effect, I'll export again with it. Enable the option and notice in the preview section how the PDFs will be named. For document B, adjust the option Number Sections Starting At. This document is the second section, so set this value to 2. Here is the result. In this case, the section label isn't actually needed, but it doesn't hurt to use if you like. In the next example, a section label is required. A more common use of sections is within a single document, like this example that uses front matter. The first 4 pages are the front matter and use Roman numbering. After the front matter, then comes the body of the work, restarting at page 1, but Arabic numbering. This is typical. If we export this document without section numbering, the pages would be named in order, but the contents of each would not match the file name. We'll use document numbering to show. The PDFs are a logical sequence, but notice the PDF labeled 5 is really Arabic page 1. This can be confusing, so better to export with section numbering. For this document, you can see the choice to include section label is forced enabled. This is because the document has multiple sections and requires it. Click OK to export. Here is the result. The benefit of this numbering scheme is that the contents of pages match their name. Section 1, page 4, is page IV of the front matter, the 4th page of the document. Section 2, page 4, isn't the 4th page of the document, but it is the page labeled 4. This makes it less confusing when working with single-page PDFs. And using a sequence that is strictly numeric, these PDFs flow into a prepress workflow in the proper order. But more than that, this kind of numbering makes corrections less confusing. Let's say we have a correction on the front matter page IV. So we need to export it again. Enter IV for the range and export. There it is, section 1, page 4, which is page IV. Then later we have a change on page 4. Enter 4 in the range and export. And we get the page labeled 4. There are more examples the script can handle, but that should be enough to get the idea. Download the script and give it a try. You should find it works for many situations. The last area to cover is the Settings section. I'll choose Default Settings. Then change some options to make clear they are not default. In the Settings section, click Save. Give the settings a name. There is also the options to include the base name and the output folder. This is useful for projects that always use the name set and always go to the same folder. If either is checked, these values are also saved. Click OK and the current values are preserved. Open the Load drop-down and saved settings can be restored.